So, Will, I want to extend our gratitude for taking a few moments to talk to us this evening. I'm Corey Brad with StoryCounty.News, and Will Keeps here at the Cornucopia in West Ames, and I kind of wanted to just talk to you. I know you just got done giving a very inspirational speech to everybody inside, and thank you, Graham. Talk a little bit about why you wanted to come here. I mean, we know you were kind of famous now here in Iowa for your charter school and what you've done, and if anybody's not read our article on StoryCounty.News, check that out. We kind of give some details, but talk a little bit about why you wanted to come here and talk today.
Lisa Down, she's been like really watching the moves that I've been making out here and trying to bring people together, and she reached out to me and told me that she was having an event out here about just she wanted people to see what I was doing in Des Moines, Iowa, and how I was making a change. And she wanted people out here in Ames to know that story as well. And so she was very inspired, and she just wanted more people to understand the movement of Starts Right Here and how we bring people together. And I told her, she was surprised that I reached out to her so quickly. But I tell people all the time, I'm not that guy who wants to be like, okay, who is that? I'm not talking to you.
Right.
No, I'm wanting to see what's going on with people so I can really be a part of what's happening.
And I know we didn't go into too much depth in our interview for our article yesterday, I guess it was, but you had a really rough upbringing. And what do you see from young people today that makes you so passionate about this? Do you see a lot of parallels between some of the struggles you went through? I know you grew up in the inner city, right? Chicago.
Southside Chicago.
So do you see a lot of parallels? Is that kind of what makes you so passionate about the cause?
I see a lot of lost kids. I was lost because of some of the things I've been through in my life. So I see a lot of lost kids, and I just want to give my experience, show my experience to these kids and let them know what I've been through and how I came through. I tell people all the time, it's not about what you've been through, but it's how you get through.
Right.
And I want to teach these kids that it's time for us to get through. Let me help you. Sometimes that's hard when it comes down to some of those kids because they so used to doing it their own way. They're not trying to hear anybody teach them anything. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that because of my stories, I can reach a lot of those kids. And it hurts me that I can't reach them all.
Yeah.
But I can reach a lot of them, man, and they're really inspired by me doing what I'm doing. Now, the charter school thing, we don't have a charter school yet, but we did get the charter school passed.
Right.
And so, but I do have a school where kids are actually getting education through Des Moines Public Schools with this program called Option Academy, where kids can actually get credits. They're learning social studies, reading, math, and science, where they get credits to be able to graduate. So we're doing that right now.
And I know you talked about some of your success stories already that you've seen of young people that you've touched, and
you've got a young lady who graduated already. She was not going to school, and she now came to Starts Right Here, and she is now graduated. And we got two kids that are part of Ruan Transit, the apprenticeship. So even the 16-year-old kids are part of that apprenticeship. Now that's something that Ruan don't do. They usually do 17 and up.
Okay.
But because of what we're doing that Starts Right Here, I tell people all the time, I'm not thinking outside the box no more. I decided to create a whole new box. And so Ruan decided to create a whole new box and let that 16-year-old and that 18-year-old come into their program and make some good money. And we have a kid who's 20 years old who used to be out here in the streets, doing crazy stuff, but he's now part of Starts Right Here, and now he's making $29 an hour doing construction. So these kids are changing their life, man. It's not just about the education. We want to make sure that the outside world is good too once they leave school.
So if someone here in Story County or anybody watching this interview or who's heard your speech or knows anything about you, if they have a young person who, maybe their child, or they see someone going down a path that is not a good path, what do you recommend? What's the first step to take?
Sometimes people don't understand this word called patience. A lot of kids, they need to understand the word patience. And a lot of parents, it's so hard to say because every household has a different situation that's going on in their home.
Right.
You can have the most beautiful home in the world and come out with a kid that's not listening to anybody. And you can have the worst home in the world and have a kid that is trying to that's telling his or herself that I don't want to be like this home, so I want a different home. So it's like you just have to find the resources Find the people out there who are making a difference. There's a lot of people out there who say they got this and got that and not really making a difference. But find the people who are actually making a difference and go reach out to those people. That's what people do. They reach out to me. When they see that I'm helping out kids, I'm one of the resources that they reach out to. So find that resource.
How can people reach out to you? If they have something that they feel that you can help with, I know you're more than happy to help. You've got a lot on your plate already, but how can someone reach out to you?
They can go to startsrighthere.org. That's StartsRighther.org, and write me a message. I'm good with reaching back out. I'm good with getting back to people.
And if anybody hasn't seen Living on a Prayer with Mike Moody,
yep, just
and
go
yourself, Will Keeps.
Yep, just go to YouTube. Type in Will Keeps, Officer Mike Moody, Living on a Prayer.
And an inspiring song, and I know, sort of as it relates to Ames, you told me about a song you did
for Iowa State football.
Talk a little bit about that, but to finish this thing off.
Okay, so I did a song called Sea of Red with featuring one of my good friends, EP, in Des Moines, Iowa. And we did this small little video just to get it reached out to Jamie Palmer, and some people out there at Iowa State. Now, we even got on the radio station too to promote this whole thing, because we like, hey, we got to get this song. And I wound up meeting Jamie Pollard, and we wound up becoming good friends. And he's heard this song before, but he didn't know it was me.
Yeah.
And so one day we was at this event, and I just played this song real loud in my car, and he was standing right next to it, right? And some of his people that he worked with. And as soon as I got home, there was a tweet saying that this is Iowa State new football song.
Wow.
And I said, whoa, he didn't even tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are you serious? And so all of a sudden, man, they start playing that song before the football team come out. Sea of Red.
Awesome. Will Keeps, it's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming up here and inspiring a lot of people. And for more information on the Cornucopia, go to thecornucopia.com. And remind everybody of the website again for
startsrighthere.org.
Startsrighthere.org. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Will. And signing off, Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We will talk to you soon.